Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Elvin playing Factorio Subspace Trading Network with the Robot Army. So I think in the last episode on screen I had actually created a robot army, or given them enough supplies to create a robot army, and so they left and were immediately destroyed. So it might be time to upgrade to better robots. Oops, sorry, that's my chair rubbing on my desk, and it's probably a little loud. So yeah, upgrade to better robots. What's that's going to take? What will that take? Not at rocket launchers yet. Clockwork rifle bots are not enough. The flame bots are kind of scary where I have so many trees around and it's so much forest. So that leaves the battle droid. So he's got an SMG, light armor, and circuits and steel. It's pretty manageable, right? It's a pretty nice list of goods down there. 85 iron, 27 copper, 5 steel. And that said, that's pretty manageable. And just kind of had another idea. I could create a train station like down here and just train in robots to deploy. That could be fun. So another thing that I thought of was I have a backup of light oil and heavy oil. Now that will be resolved once I get the advanced oil processing. I can start cracking. So I'm going to queue that up, and I'm going to set... I'm going to start doing what I can to alleviate some of this bottleneck. Part of that will be introducing the... whatever this is called, lubricant. I'm going to mainly use that for the electric engines that I will need a ton of. And then another part, I think I'm probably going to make like a separate tank network. You know, having, I think, 2 tanks of storage is probably going to be okay for most things. So what I'll do is kind of make a cordoned off chunk of oil, light oil. That way, you know, I can separate it with a pump and drive some certain conditions to use that stuff first. Because it's convenient, lubricant is now on this last line. I'm gonna need some more. Simply for the convenience. Alright, so that is complete. A little bit of forethought there is pretty useful. Ah, crumbs. Well, that's alright. Train signals are a little more important than my pipe and my aesthetics. Yeah, but now I've just messed up the whole thing. Okay. Good golly. So where's my... Okay. So I'm going to do a right angle kind of deal here. So that means tree chopping. Haven't had have a lumberjack fest in some time, which is really fantastic. Yep. I won't repeat the jokes that I just had in my head, so they're not worth repeating anyway, verbally, so no big deal. Another thing during the break that I did was I created my first laser turret and set it down at the mining outpost for iron. I think that's gone pretty well. I haven't gotten any damaged structure notices yet. I also put a small set of walls down there. I don't know if that's going to be really helpful. It's probably going to be more beneficial to have, excuse me, the laser turret down there. But hey, something. All right, so let's go hook that on, power it on. So you're powered on, you're pumping lubricant. That's a lot of space to fill, but you'll get that done soon. So, comes to the problem, the bottleneck. What do I do about the bottleneck? How is that damaged? No idea. I probably shot it. So I tried to do something fancy with circuits here, which I don't think actually needed to be done, because whatever. I could just remove this and say if steel equals whatever. So I wanted to make sure that my iron line is packed before my steel, or if my steel is totally backed up to this point that we're not feeding furnaces that don't have output yet, because that's still a lot of steel that can back up. I mean, that's 500 iron per furnace to just get consumed and doesn't go anywhere. So this is going to prioritize my iron line, and I think that should help out a little bit when everything kicks off. Added another circuit setup. Sweet. So we have electric thingies. We have electric engines. Gonna hook all these boys up, and then if so, I think that they're all strung together automatically, or prior to, yeah, so they are. So we've got 12 already, so I want to say if electric engines are also less than 60, and contents, then start dumping those in. Fantastic. I think I'm going to start cheating. I'm going to make, excuse me, goodness. I'm going to make some robots in my pockets. I don't have enough batteries. All right. Well, batteries are coming. Oh, geez, batteries are not coming. I get distracted by robots. They're so sexy. Just want them. Okay, so I've got a ton of steel right now. I need some more iron plate. Stand at the end of this line and soak some up. So I think in a little bit I'll go peek down. Let's get 4 of these. Peek down at the laser turret, because I do have the mod with laser beams instead of the laser bolts, and it's just fun. Sweet, so everything is full in these containers. I think that was a good idea. It wasn't necessary, but, well, maybe it wasn't necessary. I don't know. Okay, so, yeah, let's get one of these. And that's going to be how I separate all of these. Right, so then I can say, with my circuits, if can't quite reach. So if my heavy oil is, I don't know, greater than, say, 4,500. Oh no, that's the stupid way around. That is the stupid way around. This is how it should be. and then pop that there. So then if, well, sorry, I'm flicking that thing on and off. So if the light oil is greater than, let's just say 4750, then it's going to dump a little bit of oil in here until it drops to that point. Whatever, that's just fine. It's going to do that kind of thing where it flickers on and off every once in a while, but whatever. It's not going to be full, and it can't be full because this stuff has to have contents. Has to. Oh, that's crappy. I don't know if this is going to help, or if it's going to be any sort of hindrance. But I'll just let that run, and that'll drain these. It's not going to be terribly useful, I think. Okay, so batteries should start now. Pretty sure. Pretty sure. I think what I want to do is actually not just, oh yeah, there we go. We got some batteries. We have liftoff. And then what I'm going to need after that is, well, I'm going to get rid of this because this is not an appropriate place for this. Robot chest will have all of this, and then these will feed into here. This is just fine for now, I think. That's going to be the alien science. All right. That feels pretty good to have that done finally. So what I was just thinking of was it would be really neat to have all of my science production kind of cordoned off on its own electricity grid. So I could power on the production and I could power on the research all at the same time. I don't know if that's necessarily a good idea, or if it's even necessary. I know that sounds weird to say that, kind of at the same time, but yeah, so this is just fine for now. So advanced oil, oh, we are not getting any research. There. Cool. So that should be done in really no time at all, which means I have to start thinking about water back here. We'll just add another layer of solar panels, because that's what's going to happen anyway. And that will just slowly grow and grow and grow, I think. That whole solar grid. Go on, it's done. Oh, let's see, there's going to be a potential backup here too. None yet, but once I get all of the electric engines that I need, that's going to have the same issue as the light oil, so I've got to do the same thing over here. Except a little differently, isn't it? It's going to be... what if I change this a bit? So that way I can do what is essentially the same idea. Okay, that'll be there. Then we'll have a couple of barrels so that when these are hooked up, then this is did I do that right? My brain is just not. So 4.7, and that's 4.7. Oh no, 4.75. Jeez, that is just fine. Okay, so they'll just take care of that if in case it or when it eventually fills up, because that's going to happen. And this is not going to be a problem because it's getting constantly used. Alright, so advanced oil processing is nearly complete. Now I gotta think about refining or cracking. And for that, I think I actually kind of want to move all of my refineries down here, closer to the water. Luckily, not a big deal. I have all the space that I need. It's just a matter of doing it. That's kind of a pain. But boy, blue science complete. Only 10 hours in. It's so slow. It's really, really slow. Not a speed run or a time trial, just that's really slow. Alright, so. What is that? That's just a radar out there, so I can safely disconnect that. And oh my god, he's stretched out very, very far. There's a lot of nice little oil patches around. Tons of copper, tons and tons and tons of copper. Advanced oil processing is complete, so I'll turn off the radar out there. Don't care about it. Should go dark any second. Yep. And it's fading, and it is now gone. Okay, so what's next? First things first. See, I had even prepared for advanced oil processing, but I wasn't thinking about cracking, so shame on me, honestly. I don't think I have enough stuff to make all... Nope. So I gotta go run back real quick. What's next? So I have all sorts of fun research to do. I'm gonna start getting all of the Subspace trading company stuff. Subspace Trading. Just because I'm gonna need it, and this is the series based around it, so I'd like to, have that done as well as I can. Chemical plants. I still don't have gears. So it's what? I think it's 8 to 1. You have 1 heavy to light, and then 8 light to petroleum. I think that's the correct... If it's not, it's really close, so that's what I'm going to roll with right now. Looks like I'm destroying a lot of gas here. That's okay. It is okay. It gives me time to build the refineries that I need. So the metal markets. Let's get all of these tier 2s first. So recycling. That'll be great. Okay. There's still some space to add more stuff in. This is just fine. Okay, so I don't want to connect that yet, just in case I make a mistake with hooking up the water first. It's kind of a pain to unmix when you have mixed. Water pump. Perfect. And water has been hooked up, so now we can go hook up the crude. And that is complete. Alright, perfect. So I have to hook up all of these again. That's nice. Subspace recycling is complete. It's so easy to go over on these videos, so I'm going to take a break, come back, I'm going to queue up some more research. Discount is not that important, although it's going to be kind of nice. It's a 50% discount. I'm going to queue up. Ooh, you can buy circuits. The only thing, I think this is going to be the most useful thing, buying processing units. Because everything else you can make fairly easily, unless you were to challenge yourself to only use, you know, subspace trading power or subspace trading. Oh, alien artifacts, that's cool. Yeah. You need raw fish to make that, huh? Huh. Alright, well, let's queue that up. So, yeah. That's going to do it for this episode. Thank you for watching, and I hope you join me on the next one. See you then.